In this video, I'd like to talk about two web applications that help you find and cite passages in the works of J.R.R. Tolkien. Hi, I'm James Tauber from the Digital Tolkien Project. At the Digital Tolkien Project, we build tools to help scholars and fans better work with the texts of Tolkien. So the first site that I'd like to talk about is Search Tolkien. And there are really four different things that you can do with Search Tolkien. The first is, if you're wondering how Tolkien uses a particular word, say the word love, and it will show you all the places in the text where the word appears. At the moment, we support the text of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, and the first edition of the letters. We'll be adding more and more over time. So one of the things that this lets you do that searching on, say, a Kindle or using an index won't do is immediately see occurrences of the word across multiple works. The results are shown hierarchically. You can drill down to particular works and books and chapters and so on to get the particular paragraphs that the word appears in. You can also just click over here on flat to get a flat list of all the occurrences at the paragraph level. And note, this is using the Digital Tolkien Project citation system that identifies a specific chunk in the text, whether it's a paragraph or a stanza of verse, a heading, a letter, a quotation, and so on. I'll say more about this citation system in a moment. You can also open the results to any particular level using these controls here. You'll note that not only can you get a list of all the occurrences, but also get a sense of how the term is distributed across different works. And so when it's collapsed, for example, you can see the various counts of the word across The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion, Letters, and Unfinished Tales. You'll notice that the word love occurs 94 times in The Lord of the Rings and 92 times in The Silmarillion. But note that The Lord of the Rings is a much longer book, and so as well as raw occurrences, we also give a relative frequency, the number of times per 10,000 words that the word appears. So in this case, we can see that love occurs 7 times for every 10,000 words in The Silmarillion, but only 1.8 times per every 10,000 words in Lord of the Rings. So the relative frequency of the word love is higher in The Silmarillion. And of course, this sort of distribution can be studied not only from work to work, but within the various sections of a work as well. So we can drill down and see the relative frequency of the word love across, for example, different books of Lord of the Rings, or even within this, individual chapters within books. So that's the second task that you can use Search Tolkien for. The third task is where you're trying to find a particular passage. Imagine that you're wondering where it is that Sam says, "I love him, whether or no." And you'll see that as I type more and more words, it narrows down the search results until it unambiguously finds LR 4.04.024, in other words, Book 4, Chapter 4, Paragraph 24. The advantage of a citation system like this, that is based on the logical structure of the text, is that it's robust to differences in setting and pagination. And it's important to note that in the case of Lord of the Rings, the Digital Tolkien Project citation system is compatible with that developed by Eric Muller-Harder for his LR citation website. In other words, a citation in our system will work with LR citation and vice versa. And then the fourth thing that Search Tolkien can be used for, and this is actually the original reason that I wrote this web application, is when you want to find the citation for a particular passage that you're looking at. So imagine you've got The Hobbit open and you're wondering what citation to use for the paragraph in Riddles in the Dark that begins, "Bilbo crept away from the wall." So what you can do is start to type Bilbo crept And in fact, you don't even need to type any further, because as you type each word, it narrows down the search, and it's found that the Bilbo Crept paragraph is H05128. And so there you have a paragraph level citation to use for the particular paragraph that you're looking at in the book. Now that covers going from a text that you have in front of you to a citation. But what about the other way around? What if you have a citation and you're wondering where to find it? Well, that's what Cite Tolkien is for. The idea behind Cite Tolkien is that you can take a citation and first of all make it a link. So not just give H04005, but make it clickable. And if we click on this, we get taken to a dedicated page for that reference on site.digitaltolkien.com. And you can see that this provides the first few words of the paragraph and the last word. We can't show the whole paragraph for copyright reasons, but we can show enough that you can more easily find the paragraph in the text. We also provide a context of the previous 4 and next 4 chunks, so you can easily scan through a copy of the book and find the relevant paragraph that's being referred to. We want to encourage people then online, when they do want to reference a particular part of Tolkien's works, to not only use the citation scheme, but make it a link to Cite Tolkien, so people can just click on it and immediately get information to help them find the relevant paragraph. Now back over on Search Tolkien, you can actually now click on one of these results and get to the page on Cite Tolkien for that particular paragraph or chunk. These two sites are provided as a service by the Digital Tolkien Project to try to encourage people to use a standard citation system for passages in the works of J.R.R. Tolkien. There's lots more that we have planned, both in terms of features on both the sites, as well as the amount of text that is covered. And this includes not only the latest editions, but also earlier editions as well, if you're interested in searching and citing, for example, the first edition of The Hobbit. So I encourage you to check out both sites and let us know what you think in the comments below. If you're interested in finding out more about what the Digital Tolkien Project is up to, be sure to check out our main website and also watch some of the other videos on this channel. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe.